So, online loans, they promise so much convenience, right? But with all that ease comes some pretty big risks. So, how can you possibly tell a legit lender from a really convincing scam? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out together. I mean, you can't deny the appeal, can you? The idea that you can apply for and get cash without ever leaving your house is, well, it's incredibly powerful. It's fast, it's modern, and for a lot of us, it feels like this is just how banking should work now.
But here's the catch. In this huge digital world, scammers are basically hiding in plain sight. They set up fake websites and throw out these offers that just seem way too good to be true. So the real question becomes, how do you separate the good guys from the bad guys?
Don't worry, we're going to give you a really clear, simple toolkit so you can navigate the world of online lending safely and with a lot more confidence.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about why these loans are so popular to begin with. Understanding the why is really key to understanding the risks involved. The benefits are pretty obvious. First, the whole process is so much easier. You can do it anytime, anywhere. Second, you often get a decision almost instantly. Third, because these online lenders don't have big, fancy buildings, their overhead is lower, so sometimes they can offer you lower fees. And finally, once you're approved, that money can be in your account in just a few hours. It's a powerful mix of speed and pure convenience.
All right, now for the really important part. Let's talk about the red flags. Seriously, knowing what to look out for is your number one best defense against getting ripped off.
Just think about it for a second. You're the one who needs a loan, right? So you should always be the one to make first contact. If some supposed lender just shows up out of the blue in an email, a text, a phone call, you need to be skeptical immediately. And if they start pressuring you, saying stuff like, you have to act now, that's an even bigger warning sign.
Oh, this one is huge. No legitimate lender will ever guarantee a loan before they've even looked at your application. They have to check your credit history. That's how they figure out if you're eligible and what your interest rate should be. A guaranteed loan is a complete fantasy, and it's a classic trap scammers use. Okay, burn this into your brain. Legitimate lenders make their money from the interest they charge you after you've gotten the loan. They will never ask for a processing fee or application insurance before you see a single cent. If they ask for any kind of payment upfront, it's a scam. Full stop. No exceptions. Every single lender, it doesn't matter if they're in a brick and mortar building or completely online, has to be legally registered to do business in your state. This is absolutely non-negotiable. If you can't easily find and double-check their registration, just walk away. So we know what the red flags look like. Now let's get proactive. We're going to build an actual checklist you can use every single time you're thinking about an online lender. Okay, here's your 5-step game plan. Step 1, check their registration. Go to your state attorney general's website and look them up. Step 2, put on your detective hat and inspect their website. Is it secure? Does it start with HTTPS? Are there a bunch of typos? Scammers can be pretty sloppy. Step 3, find a real physical address and a phone number. Step 4, see what other people are saying. Look them up on independent review sites like Trustpilot or the Better Business Bureau. And finally, step 5, do a quick search on the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's public database and see if anyone's filed a complaint against them. Now let's get even more specific. We're going to look at the 2 most common types of scams you're likely to run into. Knowing what they're called and how they work makes them so much easier to spot.
First up is the advance fee scam, which we've kind of talked about already. A scammer promises you a loan, probably guarantees you'll get it, then they ask you to pay a fee to process it or for some kind of insurance. The second you pay, poof, they take the money and vanish. The loan? Yeah, it never existed.
The second one is the classic phishing scam. This is where criminals create these fake emails or websites that look almost exactly like they're from a real company. Their goal is to trick you into typing in your personal info. We're talking social security number, bank details, you name it, which they can then use to steal your identity. So what happens if the worst happens? If you run into a scam or even worse, become a victim, it is so important that you report it. This isn't just about helping you, it's about protecting other people from falling into the exact same trap.
There are a few key places you need to contact. Start with the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. They're the ones who fight this kind of stuff. Also, report it to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB. For any online crime, you'll want to contact the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, which is known as IC3. And you should always file a report with your local police department.
At the end of the day, the best defense is a good offense. By being proactive, knowing the warning signs, and actually using that checklist we covered, you can take total control of your borrowing experience. The convenience of online loans is definitely real, but so are the risks. Now you've got the tools you need to borrow smart and, most importantly, borrow safe.